Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got a really fascinating mission for you. We're going to be looking at how to achieve high-velocity, maximized, probabilistic virality on YouTube Shorts.
And this is all based on a rapid 48-hour sprint using AI.
Yeah, we're talking about playing an extreme numbers game here, just for maximum possible exposure.
We really are. And, this whole strategy is being driven by just explosive market interest. We saw, get this, a 9,200% search growth spike just for AI image enhancer tools.
Wow.
So the blueprint here is what we're calling the hyper-realistic AI evolution video.
Okay.
And the core idea, the thing you have to get your head around is you have to abandon slow quality. It's all about production velocity, and it's all mobile only.
Okay, so if quality doesn't matter, what are we really saying here? Is creativity just dead? Is this just about brute forcing the feed?
Essentially, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, virality is governed by two things: viewer retention and replayability. The research we looked at found these automated accounts getting billions of views. I'm talking like 4.5 billion a month just by overwhelming the algorithm.
How are they even doing that?
Well, some of these accounts post up to 70 times a day.
70. That is just a staggering volume.
It's an insane number. And it explains why we're seeing strong emotional responses, just crushing pure utility content. The sources even cited rage bait as this massive driver.
Content designed specifically to trigger a click.
Exactly. And this brings us to a critical, and I'll say an uncomfortable observation in the data.
Okay.
We have to just factually report here that about half of these high-posting AI accounts, their content focused on the female body, often, with sexualized figures.
And the algorithm just eats that up because it drives reaction.
It drives reactive engagement, comments, shares all the stuff the algorithm interprets as extremely high value. It basically proves the system rewards engagement, period. It doesn't care about the source.
So algorithmic ethics are just not in the equation.
Not at all. So regardless of the subject, success really boils down to the three pillars of tension. You have to manufacture and then resolve tension in the first 3 seconds.
And for these transformation shorts, what's the most powerful lever?
It's what we call time frame tension, by far. It's the promise of an impossible result in an impossibly short amount of time. 3 years of progress in 30 seconds. That's what stops the scroll.
Let's get tactical then. For this 48-hour velocity target, why is the faceless content model so essential?
It's pure efficiency. It's about scaling.
Yeah.
You get rid of all the time-intensive physical stuff lighting, wardrobe, multiple takes.
Yeah.
It frees you up to just generate assets.
And run the workflow 70 times a day.
If you can, yeah.
So we need to know the tool stack.
Yeah.
What is the mandatory sequential workflow here?
Okay, so first you have to pre-process your assets. You use a tool like Nano Banana or Gemini, and the goal is absolute 9.16 aspect ratio consistency.
And why is that so critical?
Because if it's not, you get black bars, and your viewer retention just plummets instantly.
Okay, assets are prepped. Then comes the main event, the transformation itself.
That's where you use the core engine, Hailuo AI. That's the specialized image-to-video tool where the magic trick actually happens.
And finally, the post-production, the polish.
CapCut. It is absolutely mandatory for that algorithmic polish. You use its auto cut feature to get that really rapid pacing. We're talking cuts every half a second to 1.5 seconds.
Right.
And you must add dynamic captions because most people are watching silently.
The whole scroll stop strategy sounds almost brutal in how simple it is.
It has to be immediate.
Yeah.
In that critical first second, you show the jaw-dropping after result immediately. And you pair it with a high-tension, contradictory title overlay.
Something like, I used free AI to turn this ugly photo into $10,000 art in 30 seconds.
Exactly that. Maximum contrast right up front.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Maximum success in this ultra-fast 48-hour window really relies on that convergence of emotional tension, extreme production velocity, and mastering the specific mobile tool stack.
But we absolutely have to highlight the risk. This strategy is based on exploiting the platform's moderation lag.
Meaning you're basically in a race against time before the platform catches up.
Precisely. Accounts that push high-risk content face a very substantial risk of eventual deletion once those enforcement systems catch on to the velocity.
And that leads to the final provocative thought here, doesn't it? This whole high-velocity strategy is entirely unsustainable.
Completely. That viral spike is just the rocket launch.
So what happens after?
The moment the channel goes viral, the creator has to pivot immediately. You have to shift from that emotional exploitation to building a sustainable content brand.
Something built on actual value.
Exactly. on credible, utility-driven content, like, say, AI workflow automation platforms. That's how you convert those transient high-risk viewers into long-term loyal subscribers.